Post-disclosure world. It's the world we all want to live in. Hi, I'm Ryan Robbins. I'm the creator of PostDisclosureWorld.com. Have we been visited by extraterrestrials? The answer to that question is yes, we have. I've reached that conclusion based upon the evidence that I've examined thus far. This is not going to be a video covering the vast array of evidence that we've been visited. But to begin your journey, I'd ask you to examine the many times nuclear facilities in the United States and elsewhere have had their airspace violated. I'd ask you to examine Rendlesham Forest, where an actual craft landed and it's corroborated. I'd ask you to examine Japanese Flight 1628, where the crew witnessed 3 very bizarre crafts for 50 minutes with, in addition, radar evidence. I'd ask you to examine the Belgium UFO wave, where many mysterious triangles flew over the sky with many witnesses. These 3 incidences are only the tip of the iceberg. If you were to take the weight of all of the evidence that we have been visited, that's highly corroborated from highly credible people, we're talking pilots, we're talking government officials, we're talking police, you name it, and we're talking about it. And you put that evidence on the top of the Pyramid of Giza, that pyramid would collapse. And I plan on doing that. So when I do put that evidence on top of the Pyramid of Giza, you better not be in the Pyramid of Giza. According to physicist Michio Kaku, 50% of all stars in the universe have planets going around them, and perhaps 5% of those stars have Earth-like planets going around them. To those that say, yes, there are ET civilizations in the universe, but they are too far away from Earth to reach us, I'd ask you to consider something. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old. There are certainly Earth-like planets that are at least 5.5 billion years old. If sentient beings on those older planets had 1 million years to advance technologically over us, I'm pretty certain that they could figure out a way with their advanced technology to get to Earth really quickly. Back in the 1940s, the United States government instituted a truth embargo because it was the Cold War and they wanted to keep it under wraps with the looming threat of a nuclear exchange with Russia. But ever since the Cold War has ended, there is no longer any good justification to lie to the American people and to have a lie that all nations of the world are suffering from. When you lie to the world about something as fundamental as we are not alone in the universe, you take away our free will. We no longer have the ability to contemplate these civilizations because we're told that we have no evidence that they exist, even though I can guarantee you, every government on this planet with an air force has gun camera footage of UFOs. What is gun camera footage? Aircrafts in the military actually have cameras on board, so that in the event they shoot something down that they weren't supposed to, or the event that, or moreover, they shoot something down that they were supposed to, or whatever, they have sort of a insurance policy. Oh no, here's what happened. I can guarantee you that every Air Force in the world has gun camera footage of UFOs. And so this truth embargo that was created and started by the United States, the other governments have towed the line and they have kept it a secret as well. I'm not going to go into the motivations, but the bottom line is the truth embargo should end, and it should end now. Humanity has a right to know the truth, that we have incontrovertible evidence that we've been visited. And all you would need is one little thing of footage from a military plane or jet of, whoa, look at that. It's a metal sphere. It's flying 20,000 miles an hour. It's not the Soviets. It's not the Chinese. It's fucking extraterrestrials. That's all you would need. And then we could end the truth embargo. We need a world leader, whether it's the world leader of the United States, China, or Russia, or anybody else, to get up behind that podium and say, yes, we have evidence that we're being visited, and here's the proof. The moment that happens, the truth embargo is over, and we enter the post-disclosure world. I don't know how much longer this truth embargo is going to take place. But my goal with post-disclosure world postdisclosureworld.com is to keep you in the loop. I got a blog. I got a YouTube channel. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on our steady march to a post-disclosure world. Many believe it's within a year. At the worst case scenario, disclosure, I don't think it can go beyond 20 years from today. And that's a pretty depressing proposition. I'm hoping it's 2017 is the year. But the reason that the truth embargo cannot continue much longer is very simple. For one thing, if there's another mass sighting with the technological advances that we have, iPhones and so forth, we could easily have a mass sighting that is so significant that the United States government would have to admit to it because the evidence would be overwhelming. And as technology gets better and better, our ability to record things like this gets better and better. Another way that we could enter post-disclosure world is if there was some sort of leak, like through WikiLeaks or some other form of leaks, Edward Snowden, whatever. And the third way that we could have disclosure is if a world government just decided, hey, we're going to tell the world. It would be the greatest legacy that you could have. Barack Obama, this is my message to you, and I hope you're listening. You got about 20 more days or so in the White House. Get behind the podium and tell the American people the truth. All you have to say is, we're not alone in the universe. Show some modicum of evidence, some gun footage from an aircraft, and that's it. You don't have to tell us everything. But the moment a world leader says the truth, we enter the post-disclosure world. Now, the question of how much are we going to learn, I don't think we should obsess over that. I think that is a waste of time. At this point, we just need a government, a world leader to get behind a podium with the camera, with a little bit of evidence. It doesn't have to be amazing evidence. Just give us enough evidence to where it's incontrovertible and say, yeah, we're not alone in the universe. You can say, for national security reasons, we had to keep it hush-hush, but we've entered a new era and it's time to tell the world. Postdisclosureworld.com is my website. Twitter.com/postdisclosure, Facebook.com/postdisclosureworld, and of course, YouTube.com/postdisclosureworld. I invite all human beings to partake in my website and in my social media. Together, we can keep our finger on the pulse of events as they arise. Because I am thinking that just maybe we're almost there. Let's watch it carefully. Let's read about news stories highly relevant to the coming disclosure. And once the disclosure happens, may it be in 2017, baby, let's keep on the pulse even further and read everything we can about it because it's going to be fun. Being in a closest post-disclosure world is going to be exciting as all hell. Think about it. The news will be like a constant episode of Coast to Coast AM. Everyone will be talking about it. It will be fascinating. You could be incarnated into this world 1,000 times over, 10,000 times over, and miss this ride that we are about to all go on, where we're finally told that we are not alone in the universe and we have incontrovertible evidence. I'm Ryan Robbins, the creator of Post-Disclosure World, and I wish you well.